Hi there, my name's Gordon McCrory, I'm the Happiness Guy. This is a video on life coaching and why it works. But also it's a video on what goes wrong and when it doesn't work. Why does it not work? Well, what I want to do is just kind of talk you through the main things as a framework. I guess that's one of the reasons why it works. There's actually a structure, there's a framework. And the very first thing that life coaching does when anyone comes to a coach, they're making the thing a priority. They're saying, I've got this thing, it's a problem for me, or I'm uncomfortable with it in some way and I want to do better with it. So I need your help. So they're making it a priority. And of course, as a result of making it a priority, they're going to set time aside to work on it. And why does that matter? Well, of course, it may seem like fairly common sense. If you spend more time on something, you're likely to get better at it. And that's true. But equally so, the more time you spend on something, the more your brain will think it's important and the more it will get in the game to help you solve it, or solve whatever kind of difficulties you've got. So yeah, kind of spending time on the thing really helps. Common sense, of course. What else? Well, when people hire a coach of any kind, there's typically some kind of investment. Now, there's an investment of time, as we spoke about earlier, but there's an investment with money. And again, that's another way where we're then saying to ourselves, this is important. I need to overcome this. It's a real priority. I don't think you always need to invest money to kind of obviously solve something. But I do think that that's one of the reasons why life coaching might get results that you don't get otherwise, because you consider it a higher priority, because not only have you got the pain of the thing, but you're also paying money to have it resolved. So what else? What else does life coaching do that might be difficult to do on your own? Well, coaches ask lots of questions. So they give you great clarity on in and around, I guess, the situation that you're working with. And depending on if you hire a coach or a mentor, then coaches ask loads of great questions as to how to get kind of, or what's challenging you and kind of where do you want to get to, and they really dig into it so you understand it much better. But mentors kind of also can teach you a bunch of stuff that you don't know, so help you find your blind spots, so developing your knowledge, because sometimes you can't solve the problem until you learn, or if you've got a piece of the puzzle missing. So I think that kind of developing that knowledge and getting clarity on the goal, that's where coaching helps. And then what? Well, let's say you've got a whole load of things that you think that this is what I need to do to make things better. How do we put that into some kind of one coherent strategy that's step by step? That can be hard to do on your own again, because you might not know where to start. And that's often the case with things. We've got so many, we might have a good idea of a bunch of things, but we might have a few things missing and we don't know where to start. Working with a coach allows you to get this step-by-step plan, agree what action steps are going to be kind of taken, and agree the time frames for that. And then you take action. And that's one of the things. Coaches get you to take action, whereas reading about things gets you to learn. So that's it. No coach is going to help you succeed in any way, shape or form unless you're taking action. But if for any reason you can't afford to hire a coach, then you still need to just take action. That's going to be a thing that's definitely going to help. So let's say you're in the game, you're taking action. Well, what normally happens then? Well, life often gets in the way. But if you've got a coach, their job is to help life not get in the way. So to help you kind of plan around that and give you this framework of support to help you keep your focus on the thing for long enough to get the outcome that you want. Of course, part of coaching is support and having someone there to just be on your team and be there for you. Another one that I'm not so sure about, but I kind of do it gently, is accountability. A lot of people feel if I get a coach, I'll be more accountable. For the longest time, I struggled with that, because I think, more rules, more regulations, more rigidity in life. I didn't know that I really agreed with that, but it turns out that some people really do seem to benefit from having that external accountability until they can develop their own internal accountability. And that's what I would be aiming for with any client. I want them to not be accountable to me, but to hold themselves accountable, to be their best self, and to, once they say they're going to do something, they do that. And if once they say they're going to do something, they do that, then they'll grow to trust themselves and their confidence will grow, and actually they'll probably like themselves a lot more too. Another thing that kind of coaches do is they help you kind of make a course correction when you go a bit off course. So sometimes what might happen is you might try something and it doesn't work. And then of course you're busy with life and you might think, oh, this is never going to work. And then what's the point is often, and we let it fall by the wayside. But with coaching, then no, we help you stay on course. So we'll course correct. Okay, that didn't work. What could we do instead? Let's try something else. And importantly, make a distinction between it's not you that failed, that thing didn't work that we tried, so let's try something different. So these are kind of some of the main things that I think that coaches can really help you with. They'll help you make the thing a priority, which is really why it works. We'll get you to set time aside, we'll get you to invest in yourself, we'll get you clarity on your goal, we'll develop your knowledge, we'll develop a strategy you can work, we'll have a framework to maintain focus. We'll give you support, help you stay accountable, and help you course correct as you go. So that's how it works, and that's your framework. Even if you don't hire a coach, you could do that. So why does coaching, or why do things not work? Because occasionally, and this is the truth of it, I don't get a brilliant result with every single client every single time. I want to, I'm working hard to do that, and this is one of the reasons I shot this video, because I thought, what is it that goes wrong? Well, sometimes people aren't ready to take the action that they really need to take, and so they engage too early. So I now test for that, check that they really want it. Often what it is that to get a life-lasting result, you need to do something for long enough to get the outcome, and that means that it needs to become a habit. And very often people don't understand the importance of that. But if you only do something for a short period of time and then stop doing it, you won't get the outcome. So you need to develop habits, and that means doing it for long enough with the right emotion. Not only do they not do it long enough, but perhaps on a week by week basis, they don't take the time that is needed to get the work done that needs to be done between sessions. And I guess that's life getting in the way again, and not feeling it's enough of a priority. And I think that's something that kind of that really stands kind of or gets in the way. And I think the last one, and maybe the most important one, is when people don't get results, it's because they're not taking responsibility. It's not my job as a coach to get you the result, but it is my job as a coach to make sure that you do everything that is possible so that you get the result. And I'm there every step of the way to teach and support and kind of and encourage and kind of educate. That's my job, but it's not my job to actually get the result. And if it was my job to get the result, and I used to think it was actually, and it put me under kind of quite a lot of stress. If it was my job, then I'm the one that grows when things go well. And that's not the purpose of coaching. The purpose is that you get better. So therefore it would be your responsibility. We work on it together. It's very much a team thing, but it's your responsibility to do the work. So that's my video on kind of life coaching, kind of why it works, where it goes wrong. I think that, I think coaching is a kind of a wonderful thing, and I think it can really help get us out of kind of all sorts of situations and help us have a truly incredible life. And I want that for everybody. I want us to have no needless suffering, and just times full of kind of lots of laughter and joy and love and connection. And anyway, I am now blithering on. I'm going to stop that. I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you for watching, and if you need any help, I'm Gordon, I'm the Happiness Guy. I'd love to hear from you. Take care. Bye-bye.